into the first corner. Driver number 1 looking to the inside of 2. Second place, sets himself up for a pass going into this carousel. Is he going to be able to get his nose in there? Go.
Some heroes walk on 4 legs. I'm Jason Johnson, founder of Project Canine Hero. Not every retired police canine or military working dog has a home to go to in retirement. We strive to ensure no hero is left behind. We cover the medical needs of our program members after their faithful service. Our organization also provides a lifetime sanctuary for many of these heroes who may suffer from PTSD. And whenever possible, we find them a forever home. Visit ProjectCanineHero.org to learn how you can help protect those who protected us.
Welcome to Michigan International Speedway here tonight. The Iron Thunder Racing League Premier Series sponsored by VRX, the Gutter Team, Cattle Co., Ott Company, and one more that I'm missing. I believe I got them all there. But drivers here tonight, it's going to be 80 laps. I'm going to pull up some race info for you all. The Corellian 200, I believe that's how you say that name. It's 80 laps, stages at lap 20 and lap 40. This is a draft-heavy track, so if you do not make a pass on somebody, you are going to be in trouble, in some deep trouble. You need to get back up in line as fast as you can, pretty much. If you can't, you're going to have to side draft really hard or fight really hard to get back in line or try to get somebody slowed down enough, because it is very, very difficult to do anything if you don't have any help behind you here. It's kind of like a mini Daytona, I would say, but it's a little bit, well, I mean, speeds are actually kind of similar to Daytona. Depends on how you run the track, really, though. If you run it wrong, well, it's going to be a hard day for you. The Premier Series is in their playoffs right now, so and they just got done with their qualifying too. Don't believe this is a knockout round quite just yet, but I'll pull up the qualifying results here. We will look at that. So first is Alex Little, second Raymond Rittenauer, third Matt Quick, fourth Kevin Hash, fifth Kelvin Masur, sixth Storm Patterson, seventh Brandon Klusterhuis, eighth Tristan Ott, ninth Landon Polinsky, 10th Matthew Klusterhuis, 11th Sawyer Ott, 12th Adam Boyles, 13th Christopher Gale, 14th Manning Gregory, 15th Paul Majivka, 16th Daniel Half, 17th Josh Coley, 18th George Balfons Jr., 19th Dave Matson, 20th Matt Cherry, 21st Brandon Pamitat, 22nd Brian Wortman. Dylan Hale is race control, and he's actually the last guy on the grid, so we don't have to worry about him anymore. We're still waiting for some more people to grid. Let's see, much louder camera. I'm probably going to stay on this one because that is very, very quiet. The other ones are, so we'll probably stay on that if I had to guess. I do not want it to be too quiet for you all. Thanks everybody. Now they load back in here. We're waiting on Gale, Coley, some other guys to grid, and then we'll be able to actually start going. This track can either go good or bad. It mainly does good more of the time. Not really too bad overall, though. We're still waiting on... Okay, so actually everybody's gridded but Dylan Hale. He had to join as a driver, so it won't show him on the track correctly, so we'll just forget about that. So everybody will get a paint refresh because they do ask for that sometimes, and I always do it at the start of a race. Because sometimes the paints do not load correctly. They change the paint scheme after I get in. It doesn't load up right. I think Quick has changed his for this race. Actually, these guys are reloading. Some of these are. Still downloading some of their paints because I think, yep, still downloading some of theirs. Doesn't realize that some of them have a custom number on their car. So it's still messing around with that. Yeah, there it is, Alex Little's Quick is still running the same paint scheme. Everybody else is still running same paint scheme that they were before. Nobody has changed. See Wortman. I would honestly kind of want to be Wortman here. I don't really want to be up there. I'm there, but I don't really want to be up front most of the time. I just don't think it would be a good idea. Again, 80 laps here. Stages 20 and 40. That's if a caution doesn't come out. Drivers are probably going to all pit together here, but pace car pulls off. Alex Little and Raymond Rittenauer will lead him to green. Starter has the flag in his hand. As the green flag is in the air, we are underway here from Michigan. Already some little tire spin there for these guys. Already have him 3 wide. I do see Masur lean on Boyles a little bit there. Boyles was maybe crowding Masur down towards the bottom, and Masur was not really too happy with that. Letting him know it too. A little bit of muscle down there saying, I'm kind of down here, but I don't want to be shoved down any further. You guys were 3 wide. I mean, this track is very large. You can go incredibly wide. You can go 4 wide if you dare. 4 wide, actually, you can go a lot wider than that. But it's going to be a draft-heavy track. You lose the draft, like Wortman and Majivka are about to do. Majivka has lost it. Again, side draft is just so heavy here. These guys are hitting the fastest they've been. Right now, they're about 180 in the corner. Down the backstretch, we're going to look at Raymond's speed. Up to 190. 194 for him. Got some 197s back here. Fastest speed of the race has been 201. That was Brandon Pamitat. He's also back here in the draft, so he's going to be catching people. He's going to be getting that really good run while everybody else has been fighting with each other. Probably just watching this like, yeah, y'all can go at it. I'll just stay here and watch y'all duke it out. So Brandon who's going to the outside of Little. So Little's lost a lot of positions here early on. Matthews giving him a look too. Storm's getting close to Hash. They're trying to side draft him. A little bit of contact there. Going down into the corner. See Tresson way up on that wall. Try to get a pretty big runoff. Won't be able to do anything. Storm tries to clear himself. Hash is there though. He can't wipe up to the wall like he needs to. They're just going to go side by side with each other. Not going to let each other go at all. like Treston will get that position. He'll move up to third. Brandon's now having to deal with Storm on the bottom. Storm needs some help because he has absolutely none where he is right now. It's going to make it really difficult for him to really be able to do anything, but Treston's trying to make a move on Hash here. Hash know that he's not really just going to be tossed around this race. Go up there and fight these guys for the positions. One thing that I keep noticing is Treston's running a little bit higher than these guys. Not super high, though. About half a lane up. He gets a huge run down there, too. And slingshot him. Tried to. Didn't really work for him. Preston's getting these really big runs. He can't take him, though, because he doesn't have any help behind him. Biggest mover right now is Matt Cherry. He's up 7 positions. Currently sitting in 13th. Lap times that are being averaged at this moment. I actually need to limit this a little bit further down because that's a little bit too loud for me. These guys are running about 39, 40-second laps. I haven't really dropped off much. Again, that's only 8 laps into the race. As Storm's taking it 3 wide down to the bottom. There we go. There's a big move. See who has the most guts to go in here. You can make this work because it's so wide. Quick gets back in the throttle. They're able to roll that corner a lot better. I'm going to be able to merge up here, get clear of these guys, tuck back in line. Too far out of this. Let's see, what is Little going to do? Little's, he's moving back up a little bit now. He's probably more of a long run driver, that's what I am. Can't do short runs to save my life. But back here, I think these guys are thinking about making it 3 wide, and somebody's going down there and blocking them. That low on the track. You normally don't see that though. Normally a thing that's pretty rare to see somebody that low down there. He's moving back up, that's for sure, slowly. Fastest laps right now, kind of everywhere across the board because nobody's really. I mean, it's just so draft heavy here. They did add more horsepower to these cars, though. You know that much. Bulls is trying to get up in front of Cherry. Cherry's kind of on his bumper, too. Cherry almost puts himself in the wall. Maybe has to tap the brake to get it to turn. Too, they had to change the setup here. The original setup was, I believe, actually overheating the cars. They had to change the gearing. And they went up a little bit in gearing, just lets them rev, or lets it kind of more drawn out gears, a little bit longer to avoid that problem. There's bump drafting down here now. Saw this in the old Gen 6 cars with William Byer, Kyle Larson. Ryan Blaney actually ended up winning that race. They were bump drafting. They really weren't bump drafting. They were drafting each other. One would go high, one would go low in the corners, and they get the big run, just start shoving each other down there. And it worked. Sadly, somehow Blaney was able to sneak by with the win, though. As Brandon got a good run. Gonna try to get to the inside of Hash. He just can't get there. He's almost to him. He goes up a little bit. He can get to his quarter panel. He's gonna get side by side with him too. He's right there with him. He finally was able to break free, get close to him. Now it's the hard part here is passing. Little goes with Hash. This can lose Brandon's position as Brandon gets loose now as he goes up into Hash. Makes a little bit of contact, but goes right back at it. Try to get side by side again. just letting Raymond stretch his lead out. He probably likes what he's seeing in the mirror too. He's like, yeah, y'all can keep racing like this. I'll just slowly walk away from you all. Also, this is weird too. This could come down. Oh, there we go. Brandon goes in the wall. Preston is in the wall. Also, they all bail out the throttle to not get into Brandon. What in the world happened there? Just saw everyone bail out. Their contact made, or did he just have so much wheel into it just snapped? That car just plow? Oh my gosh, that car just, oh my lord. When you talk about a plowing car, this is what plowing is. Like, that did not turn at all. Something was up there. What? Tristan did the same thing too. I'm more curious on what happened here. Did he get tied also? There's something on the track in that area. There has to be a bump or something. Because that's two drivers in the exact same spot that did the same thing. And that just doesn't make any sense. There's got to be something. There has to be a bump that I can't see. I mean, that was just, that was weird. That was just weird. I have never saw a car get that tight out of nowhere. It was literally boom, and it just tightened up immediately. To see that. I don't understand why it took off like that. I really don't. I'm gonna give Hash a little bit of a breather. Hash is actually kind of catching Raymond a little bit here now. Slowly working his way up to him. Actually, gaining. Raymond's loose. Raymond just got really loose off that corner. Rear end almost wanted to snap out on him. Had to catch it. I think Raymond might start plowing here too if he gets in this position where everybody else is. I don't know what they hit. I mean, they both hit something. Both of them had to do that. You got a big group back here. This is Matthew Kluster's Gale, Little, Quick, Valfons, and Boyles working his way up here too. Yeah, you can easily, you could probably fit 7 cars, if I'm being honest with you. You can literally probably fit all those guys in there. If you dare. Question is if you dare. I would dare. Why? Because I don't care. Also have hope in everybody else to hold their line. But knowing them, they'll wipe me out. As Hash is going to go for the lead on Raymond, going to be side by side with him down the backstretch. Raymond's going to pull a little bit ahead of him. I don't know what's going on here. A little bit of connection issues. Could have a storm come through earlier. Might have damaged some line somewhere that I have no idea where, though. As I just see Kelly Branson. I knew she was in here. Knew that watch party was here for Josh Coley. Josh is actually in 12th right now. At 5 positions. Raymond's not letting Hash go, and Storm's coming back here too. Storm is going to get a huge run. Yeah, he gets a really big run. He's going to take it on Raymond. Thought he was going to maybe bump draft Raymond, but he decides not to. Pulls out, and he will go, try to go under Raymond. Can't get himself clear, so if he can roll the center better, he will be able to. So he'll get that position. He's going to go set his sights on Hash. Might have saved his tires a little bit better. Tire saving is always key as we have a caution out here, as that is the stage end. lap 20. So Kevin Hash, he will win that stage. Almost completely forgot about that. Let's see, I was like, why is it a caution out? Then it clicked in my brain. There is a stage. The Rush Series doesn't have stages. So Hash, everybody's coming down pit road. You are not staying out. If you stay out, you have a death wish. A literal death wish. Probably one of the worst things you could do. But knowing that, some people will probably try it. It just depends. Maybe 4 tires on fuel though. These guys have 5 sets of tires, so they're gonna actually have 1 extra. Oh, wait for everybody to get their pit stops done. Don't want to pull them in when they're going down pit road and have them speed because of me. I don't want to do that. I feel really bad if I did that. I actually about made a guy do that. I broadcasted once. But I learned. I'm not going to talk to you until you are done with your pit stops. This is where you can afford to get some damage fixed. I do think we'll see Brandon and Tristan get all their optional fixed because they did pound that wall super hard. And I still don't know why they did that. That was weird. That car just tightened up out of nowhere. See who gets in. Gale misses pit box. But that's not what you want to do there, bud. Gonna look at the pit exit. I think Tristan missed his pit box. Yes, he didn't even go to his pit box. He missed it. These guys are off and away. It looks like it will be Hash who maintains the lead off of pit road. Oh, we got somebody spinning around. That's Gale. Don't know what happened to him. Gonna park it there. He gets back going. I have no idea what happened to him at all. But we will go to the stage winner and Kevin Hash. Looking at somebody else's name and I almost said the wrong person. Let me bring him in here. Hey Kevin, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yes, sir. I got you loud and clear. And
so you win stage 1. You know, how's the track out there? And you know, do you know what happened around lap 15 that caused those 2 guys to plow on the wall behind you?
It's really, really aero dependent out here. I learned that early on, both here and at Auto Club. Like, if you take away somebody's left front headlight, it's just game over for whoever it is. Especially to side draft, if you start pushing that air onto their spoiler on the right rear spoiler, they just can't do nothing with it. That's why I felt bad for. I was trying to give Kloosterhoos as much room as I could when we was battling there, but I knew when he was I could tell he's getting just a little bit tight coming up off, and I had to run that dead line, otherwise I was going to knock the wall down. That's why I feel bad for him. Hopefully he can still get back up here with us, but yeah, it's very aero dependent out here and very tight if you don't watch that right front.
Yeah, I was going to say I saw him take off, and I was like, is there a bump somewhere or something? Because I don't remember this track being like that, but I didn't know these cars were like that at this point. But, you know, how does the car feel? Now, you worked your way up front there to win that stage. Now, how does it feel overall for you?
Really good so far. I've really liked the way that it kind of wants to rotate. As long as you manage that right front tire, really that's your that's your money maker here, because I've done it 4 different ways in practice, pushing really hard and taking it easy, and really either which way, you gotta keep that right front tire on it to make any moves late. Otherwise, they can just aero block you, and your only real passing lane is going to be for whoever's out front is trying to go to the bottom on them. So you gotta save as much as you can.
Yeah, a lot of guys will go out here and burn it up, but you know, how dependent is the draft here? You know, with like, let's say you try to pass somebody and you can't get it done. You know, how bad does that hurt you? Because this track is kind of almost like a mini Daytona.
Oh yeah, for sure. You've gotta. Really, with this many cars, if there was like a 5-car breakaway, you could probably be all right enough on your own. trying to make stuff and not lose too much ground. But with this many cars out here, yeah, you definitely have got to hopefully have somebody strapped in front of you if you mess up. Otherwise, you're going to tuck your tail, drop back in line, and lick your wounds and wait for a second chance there.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Hopefully, I see you win stage 2. Maybe take home the race win. You've done good so far. Good luck to you, man.
10-4. Thanks, sir.
That was Kevin Hash, the stage 1 winner. Another stage will happen at lap 40. We need to take that off the screen. There we go. Really more curious on how, I mean, yeah, right front tire saving is going to be huge. I mean, there's no doubts about that. If you burn them off, you're going to find out the hard way that it sucks. And it'll get tight. And I mean very tight. You do not want to deal with that. Trust me. It's going to suck. Do you think... Did Tristan come back down? He better have. Cherry is out of the race. What happened to him? I don't know what caused that, but Cherry's not in the race anymore. But Tristan, he did come down and get his damage fixed. I was going to say, if he didn't do that, he was insane. They both about knocked the wall down with each other, and I was like, what in the world? Pace car pulls in here, though. Kevin Hash, Storm Patterson will lead them to green here for about a 16 or 14-ish lap run. Starter has a flag in his hand. As green flag is back in the air, we are back underway here. Everybody looks like they do pretty good off that corner, but we got a big line up top. If you are not up top, you are gonna have some fun. You're gonna have absolutely zero help, and that's gonna suck. That's gonna really suck. I know how that feels. Sadly, you get shucked out. You can really get hung out to dry here. When you think you can, it's gonna happen. Trust me, it's gonna happen one way or another. See, everybody is just, I mean, they're all just pretty much, they're decent with each other. Nobody's wrecking each other yet. That's a thing for later. You can go take each other out then. At that point, I don't care if you wreck each other. Save it for later, especially if you're Ross Chastain, the later move. Just see somebody say, I don't know if Josh or Jonah. I would not run Atlanta. I hate Atlanta. I hate super speedway tracks with a burning passion in my heart. I hate them so much because it's just, you race for however many laps and it comes down to the last one where you can get wrecked and taken out and all that you did doesn't matter. That's why I have a burning passion in my heart to absolutely demolish every super speedway in the world. See Matson going side by side with Coley, but he doesn't have... he actually got up behind Coley, surprisingly. If he didn't have a position there, that was going to be difficult for him. Really, really difficult to make any moves. Get back in line. Coley's going to go side by side with Quick. He has a little bit of a draft off of Alphonse. Coley's going to have to drive it in deep here to get the pass done. Well, it's kind of a slide job here if he wants to get the position. He can slide up now. He has to realize that, but he's actually might go for 2. Needs to tuck back in here. He will do that. Realizes it's better to tuck in this draft right now. Don't. He's going to go try to get a pass on Buffons, too. Surprisingly, he's trying to move up on his own. It's somewhat working, and oh, there it is. Yep. Quick. This is what happens. He couldn't make the pass. Quick was outside of him, and Quick got a huge run. They're going to go side by side again. This is what happens. He's still going to drive it deep in there. He's driving it really deep in the corner. Somehow it's sticking for him, though. I have no idea how. It should not be doing that, but it is. I know he's probably not complaining. I wouldn't be either. He's actually, Buffons has actually gone to the bottom. Maybe Buffons is trying to change up something. He's what he's doing, and he's like, I don't really want to be down here on the bottom right now. I kind of hate it. Probably be me too. I kind of hate that. Buffons is about to wreck himself here. Almost got side by side. Well, I think that was Storm for a second. Coley's hopping up in the line. He's trying to slice and dice everywhere he can. Right, because these guys are probably watching what's happening. They're like, I'm just trying not to die. And honestly, where those guys are running isn't a bad position either. I mean, you can still get up to the front easily. There's going to be one more caution, so you're all going to get bunched up together again. You're not out of the race by any means at all. Might not be a bad idea to lay back a little bit, but you're not going to gain a lot of positions on pit road unless you hit your pits absolutely perfect and somebody else blows theirs. I don't think that's going to happen, though. Biggest mover now is actually, we got it. Oh, Dave Madsen, he's actually up 13 positions. As Coley tries to get to the quarter panel, almost clips him, trying to side draft as hard as he can. He wants to get as close as possible to him. The closer he can get, and the more side force he can put on that car. Take the air away, slow him down a lot. He's kind of got to really, it's edgy. You have to get as close as you're willing to, because sometimes netcode will happen and it'll say that you wrecked him when you actually didn't, and then you feel really bad. That happens all the time in A Opens. It's not an uncommon thing to see at all. We've got 5 more laps till stage in. Everybody's calm now. Yeah, this is a big line of people. Where is Majivka at and Wortman? Wortman is in the middle of nowhere. He has nobody around him. Zelensky's also left too. I just noticed that. These guys might have gotten damage, and I just didn't notice. Or they just realized they were kind of like, I'm done with this. Didn't like it anymore. Which, I mean, that can happen. You guys just don't care. They're just kind of like, you know. Race is a race. You don't see a point staying. Surprisingly making moves. And Boyle's down to the bottom of Coley. I think Coley will let, Coley's going to let Boyles in. Really didn't fight him at all. I think he realized that was probably going to end up bad for both of them if he fought him like that. We got 3 wide now. Brandon, Coley, Buffons. Now it's back to 2 wide. These guys saw that and they're like, no, let's not do this and take each other out possibly. Bowles is now moving up pretty fast. About 2 positions he's gained in the span of pretty much a lap. Hash has been holding off Raymond. Little's about to get up under Raymond, though I think he is a little bit. He's not close enough. He's right there at it. You can just get ever so closer, he'd be able to side draft him. I think he actually did get the side draft, but Storm's coming to the help of Raymond here. 3 Chevys versus 1 Ford. It's never going to end up well for the Ford in most cases. Going to get ganged up on and kind of just dub down there like, man, I don't want to deal with you. Going to go away, please. Alphonse might have clipped the wall. He's really slow up top. Little's still trying to get there. Storm needs to shove him. If Storm gets the bumper of Little, I think Little will have a chance. But if he doesn't get any help, Storm's going to cross him over. He says, nah, never mind that. You know, I'm actually going to take the position from you. Or try to. Keyword try. Storm now reappears, and he's going to start plowing, getting tight. Maybe some contact here. I think there may have been just a little bit of a tap that kind of sent Little shooting up the track. Wasn't intentional at all, but just a little bit of a nick there possibly. Also kind of starts shoving these cars to the side when you get that close to each other. That could have been one big thing too. They were going at it for the stage for sure. They want the position. That's another contact there from Patterson. I think Storm realizes that. He's like, yeah, I'm kind of done. Doesn't want to really deal with that. Raymond's going to try to get this stage win here. One last shot. Since in there, you're getting tires anyway. Might as well. As Hash plows off that corner. It was almost bad for him. Raymond's going to have a run, but luckily it's too little too late for him. I believe Kevin Hash. He should win this stage here. Caution will fly a little bit after that, as it does as soon as I speak of it. So Kevin Hash, he will win stage 2 here at Michigan. Gonna let these guys go down pit road into their pit box. Get all their repairs that they need. Plus 22 is 55. No, 35, good lord. Not 55, what is my math? That's very wrong. That is not the right math equation to me. Trying to calculate something in my head. Don't know how this is going to go is the issue. What do you do? I don't know. It's yeah, 4 tires fuel. Can they make it on fuel from here? I don't know if they can make it on fuel. I actually legit have no idea. I think they can. You can tell in my voice I'm thinking, I'm like, I think they can. I don't know. I really don't know if it's possible. If it is, it's going to be close. It's going to be very close. That's for dang sure. If they can make it. I don't know if they can, however. I have to ask. Oh, Kevin. Everybody's going to come down pit road. No surprise there. Nobody's going to be staying out. Go to the pit lane camera so you can see the exit of these guys. Whoever hits it right, well, it will evidently have a good pit stop. If you miss it, well, that's going to be it's not going to be too much fun there, old buddy. Going to have some difficult time. Everybody was clean in. I got to be clean out is the thing. Looks like Hash, he will not win that race off of pit road. He will actually come out 3rd. Oh, Lord. He did not get going there. What happened to him? He's going to lose the lead as his pit stop was 15.4 seconds. 15.8, 15.2 for the Little and Raymond. So he does lose the lead, but he does win that stage, but he has to fight a little bit of an uphill battle, not a really big one, though, so he should be able to overcome that. Should. I say should in a very hopeful way for him. But we will bring him in here now. Hey, Kevin, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yes, sir. Got you loud and clear.
And so you win stage 2. You know, how do you feel about this final stage here? And do you all have enough fuel to the end, or do you have to pit again?
Definitely going to be one more pit stop. I'd say really the lifespan on these tires after about, with the pace we're running, probably about 13, 14 is going to be when it's going to be a pretty big time difference. Probably looking around 26, 28 laps, depending if you save or not. So definitely, even if you save, definitely going to be another pit stop. I think tires are going to play a bigger role in this than even just the fuel. Question is, that anybody gamble and see what 2 tires does here? That's my big wonder. Probably personally going to play it safe here. Feel like we're fast enough. We have enough pace to where I can manage what we got, and I feel a lot more comfortable with 4, knowing that it's not going to try to throw me into the wall later into the run.
Yeah, it's kind of like a, I don't want to burn these off, but no, do you think it's going to be difficult in getting back up front there? Because you've been up front now for 2 stages now. You lost that lead in the pit stops. Do you think it'll be hard to get around these guys knowing how much of a factor the draft is?
I'm hoping I can time it pretty right with Ray here, see if I can get by Alex up here, see if we can set sail kind of like we did in first stage, see if I can just kind of manage. I'll probably just honestly use Ray as a gap to let me know how hard I'm running. But yeah, if the opportunity arises, definitely try to get that clean air. Clean air is definitely worth its weight in gold out here. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping everything stays the same way it's been, but
it's definitely kind of like a toss-up, man. But I will let you go. Hopefully I see you in victory lane. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but hopefully you can get it done. Good luck to you.
10-4. Thank you, sir. And if we don't, remember to blame Larry, the crew chief.
All right, I will make sure to blame Larry. He does have a little bit of a battle. It's not going to be too much, but it's going to be hard still. Not going to be a gimme anymore. These guys will go around at least one more, or next time by they'll get the green flag. Lights should go off on the pace car here. If we see it out of the corner of my screen, I think right about now. Yep, they just went off. So it will be 34 lap run to the end of the race for these guys. Somebody's back down pit road though. Ooh, strategy here from Monsieur. Gonna top off his fuel, maybe get a little bit of a fuel run going on. Anything to drop that time down, being in the pit box. Guys are gonna take that opportunity. I'd be taking that also. Why? Because but the problem is you got to fight back up there. It's going to be semi-difficult. It's not going to be easy. You get taken out anywhere, well, that's going to make it even more difficult. We got 34 laps left in the race, and I don't think that anything bad's going to... I'm not going to say that. I was going to say nothing bad's going to happen. Something bad will, now that I say that. The pace car pulls in here. Raymond Rittenauer and Alex Little will lead them to green. As green flag is back in the air, we are back underway here from Michigan. little bit of looseness there from Monsieur, but Raymond gets the lead. Hash goes back up to second. Little goes back to third. Really want to see who can just time their runs, but well, say time their runs. Just time everything better overall, because if you go out there and cook them, you're gonna know you cooked them, because that car is not going to turn worth a crap. You burn that right front off, and it's at this track it's going to be a lot harder to get that car to turn. Also, and when I say a lot harder, I mean incredibly hard. We have some paint swapping back here. Look who's working his way up here, though. Every single race, it seems, Coley always just stays around. It's like towards the end of the race. And just starts to poke his head through a little bit. Thank you, Kelly. I just looked at chat again. Don't look at it very often. Not seen anybody get loose here. Evidently saw tight. I expect these guys to run in a line basically this whole entire run. It's going to be a who's going to tuck out. Really, who's going to go down pit road first is going to be the big thing. If you don't go out first, don't. It's going to be iffy. It's going to be really iffy. Hash is actually looking for the lead a little bit. He's giving Raymond a look, letting Raymond know that he's got some company behind him. He can't just keep doing a Sunday stroll around here. Got to pick up his pace a little bit. A shift I heard there? Are this guy shifting? I'm gonna see if they're shifting now. I think I heard a shift. Raymond's loose. That rear end's dancing around. Ash is going to get a run. He actually decides to bum draft him. Okay, I was just hearing stuff. There wasn't a shift that happened. I think it was just the video cutting that made me think it was a shift and probably made me look like I'm insane. I am insane. Ash is looking. Oh, there goes Coley. There he is. Storm's about to make it 3. Do it, Storm. Do it. Go 3 wide. Ooh, can't go up the wall, buddy. He almost comes up into Coley. And Hash is left out to dry. Well, that sucks for him. He does have a way back in line if he wants to go back in, but he says, yeah, I'm done with that. I'm going to try to stay out here. He can be a real thorn in somebody's side if he stays close to him. Yes, holy crap, can that annoy the living life out of the driver. Having somebody that will not let go of you is difficult. Gosh. Coley's about to smack Patterson in front of him. Oh, he's feathering that throttle. Something's happening up front. There it is. Hash, I think he might have came up into him. 3 wide for 2 rows. Matson. That's Boyles and Brandon Kluser who's in that second row. Coley, Raymond Rittenauer, and Hash. Hash gets by all these guys, but Brandon's going to go down to the bottom. I don't know what happened. Somebody started getting tight as we have some contact there. Little off the bumper of Raymond, and that will bring out the caution. No damage done to Little's car, though. He needs to lock it down as he gets it under control. That was a lot that happened. I think Little cut across Raymond's nose, though. I think it was his fault. I don't want to say it for sure, though, but that's what it looked like. I don't know. I mean, so Little doesn't straddle the second line. He does come down towards the first one. Raymond's also coming up. That evidently wasn't a I meant to wreck you on purpose at all. Raymond probably even bails out the throttle when he clips Little. Go back and watch. I don't think you can put that on either driver. Sorry, that wasn't Raymond. No, was that Matson? Am I seeing somebody? So sorry. Wait, what? That was Hash. All right, that was my bad. I don't know why I thought that was Hash or Raymond. So sorry, Raymond. That's Hash. For some reason, I got y'all's cars confused. Oh, that's just, yeah, that's just tight. Yeah, because Hash is trying to stay off him. That's not an intentional thing at all. I don't know why I thought that was Raymond. I think the colors, yeah, the colors is what confused me. They're both similar paint schemes, kind of. For some reason, I thought that was Raymond. But everybody's coming down pit road. Yeah, you might want to get... Oh, we got a wreck on pit road. Uh-oh, Little tried to kind of fake him. That didn't work out too well, and he and Balfons go through the grass. So it goes from bad to worst for Alex Little in the span of less than a minute. Oh, my Lord. I don't know if he just forgot to go down pit road or what happened there, but Alphonse will have to come back down. I had to guess. I want to see what happened. What in the world was going on here? So we're looking at Wortman right now. Well, we will get to where is Little at. There's so much stuff popping up. Everybody's changing position. There he is. So did he just about miss pit road? Sorry. Cannot talk at all. He went to fake it. Oh, yeah, that's a fake gone wrong. He went to fake it, and he realized that nobody else was going to stay out. That's a mistake from Little there. That's like a Kyle Larson move. That literally is Kyle Larson. Yeah, it's just a mistake. That was when Kyle Larson was with Chip Ganassi. Yeah, that's just a mistake from him. Just bam, right there, clips him. He's probably not too happy with himself. But everybody behind them is going to pit. Or everybody behind him already pit. He's going to have to pit. Unless he's hoping for a quick caution, I don't see that happening either. Unless he does that, yeah. It's going to be interesting. What in the world? As was it? I was added at this one. Yes, it was. Looking at Four Corners, they are doing an American theme at Charlotte. Get her down, let's get her back. Some very nice paint schemes that I'm seeing from that league. I tell you what, the Four Corners Racing League is freaking stacked. I mean, they are stacked on drivers. They are all high IR people. They are like a no-joke league. Yeah, Little came down, so did Balfons. Let's see. I'm not surprised by that at all. They had to. If you ain't staring out on those tires, bud. Can't even do the fuel. I think now it might be a fuel mileage race. This could be who saves the most fuel. That might actually play into Little's hand and Buffon's. So it could be a blessing in disguise for those two back there. I don't know completely if it is. Pace car pulls in here, though. Storm and Josh Coley will lead them to green. Green flag is in the starter's hand. And we are back underway here from Michigan. It's going to be a big cat and mouse game. It's going to be who's going to tuck in and draft the longest. I really think that's what it's going to turn out to be. Is who stays tucked in behind each other. As we have a... Never mind. Scratch that idea. We have a caution. Matson. Oh, we got a lot of guys in it. Matson came back up the track and about killed somebody. I think he did. No, it wasn't Matson. Who was that? Some red car. Who was that came back up the track? Might have been Brandon that I saw out of the corner of my eye. So what happened here? Matson just tries to merge and Brandon's there. It was Brandon that I saw shoot down to the bottom. Looks like it was really only Matson. Oh my gosh. I hear those tires screeching. Oh, he got the 34. Oh man. Or sorry. He got 35 of Sawyer. Through the grass, can't slow down, and bam! Gets Sawyer right in the rear. Noses it into the wall. Nothing Sawyer can do there. That probably knocked his toe out. How does he not have more damage than that? Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, I couldn't see it. Got some damage. He's going to come down pit road probably. I think, you know, what this is doing is this is pushing these guys' fuel window back a little bit more. So this is going to stretch it. I don't think... You're not coming down pit road unless you were involved in that wreck. If you were... Evidently Sawyer's going to come down here. Sawyer, Alphonse was looking. Workman and Matson are going to come down. Matson has some damage though, so that's why he's coming down pit road. Needs to be down here to get that damage fixed. While these guys are under caution, we will go under our first commercial break here.
I played a couple of simulators and this was like very responsive, especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point. Make you feel like you're really driving, it feels real.
It adds so much to the experience. It's just really, really cool.
It was pretty awesome.
As we are back here, these guys are going to grab the green flag. This time by it will be 17 laps left. Can their fuel make it? I think it can. They should be fine to the end. Should is a key word. Saving under caution will not be a bad thing, but they can't do that anymore because it's about to be green flag here. Starter has the flag in his hand. Gonna enter the Geico restart zone. As green flag is in the air, we are back underway here. Guys race off that turn. They do it pretty cleanly. Mainly drafting up in that top line. They can really make Storm push his tires. Being right behind him. Storm, I know he wants redemption for Darlington. He was not happy with himself at all. Treston shoots down to the bottom, trying to do a 3 wide move here. Might have actually gotten shoved down there. Daniel Haff will be on the outside of him. As he plows tight, but he does a kind of a slide job half with the crossover. Preston's going to get tight and start plowing here a little bit maybe. See Hash, he's falling back here though. Won both stages. Seeing the wind slip away from him very, very slowly. Pauly's looking for that. Pauly can get that outside run. He's going to get side by side, but he's got to get the pass done. I can see him looking. He's looking every single lap for something. As we have some contact back there, they keep it straight. Saw Matthew Klusterhuis, I think around Gale. Somebody bounced off the wall. Might end up bad for some people. As there goes Coley trying to take the lead. Raymond goes with them too, surprisingly. Coley's got to get this pass done on Storm. He doesn't. He might lose 2 or 3 positions here. He has it done. He's got to get up. Can't get it done in time, so they're going to go side by side down the backstretch. Who does Raymond go with? He goes with Coley. Coley trying to get close as he can to Storm. Side drafting, getting away from him. Coley's got to sail it off into one of these corners and just get past him. He can't stay on that bottom much longer, and he will be able to get that position on Storm. Raymond's going to try to follow in second, but Raymond now he's a Lone Ranger. Storm with crossover move. Help going to be coming to Coley here a little bit with Quick. The Storm has a pretty good run. Quick will now give Coley an arrow shove, getting into 1 and 2. Coley going to rip that high line. They actually give the lead back to Storm. Another crossover move. Crossovers for crossovers. Another crossover. 3 in a row. Guys just crossing each other over as many times as they can. Coley will get the lead back. Quick now to the bottom. Coley, yeah, he's driving his heart out right now. He does not like what he's seeing. This is going to be a who doesn't burn their tires off. And look at these guys just watching. And you see Hash slowly working his way up here too. Storm's in a bump draft Quick. Quick's going to have a really big run. Will Quick duck to the outside? He will not. He will stay in line. This looks like Daytona going over here. I think Quick might be trying to get Coley a little bit faster into the corner than he wants to be. One thing he can utilize, the Storm will go to the outside of Quick now. Hash going to try to follow that up, going to be outside. Coley's trying to break up the draft, going top, bottom, everywhere he can go. Trying not to let them get a run on him. Draft is so heavy here. If you can break it up, it's going to be a big benefit for you. Storm gets right to the back bumper, and I think Coley has a rear end dance a little bit on him. Hash barely, he almost clipped Quick there. Quick was coming up across his nose, and it was ever so close. I thought he was going to get wrecked. It was horrible, but they make it. Storm, he's He's going. He's going to have an... Oh, this is going to be another crossover move. Storm to the inside of Coley. Crossover move again, possibly? Coley's going to stay in that second seam, put his left sides on it, and then go back down to the bottom. Try to get to the bottom 1 and 2. One thing Coley can benefit from is just little wheel input, not a lot. Don't be moving that wheel around a ton. It's Quick's now going to go to the bottom of Storm. He's going to take the draft of Coley. Storm's going to try to chase Quick down there. Can't really do anything for it, though, but if Quick does not get past Storm, he may lose about 3 positions here. Looking at how they're lined up, he's ever so close to getting clear, but he just can't do it. So Quick loses 1. Gonna lose 2 here. Might lose a 3rd if he can duck back in. He will do that hash and with swipe Storm in the rear end. Hash just putting the power down. Look at that car rotate. I mean, that car is hooked up. Talked about saving that right front. He's done that so far, it seems. Because, oh my lord, is that car just turning in the middle of the corner. Nobody else really is. Just look at how much deeper he gets in there. And the car just rotates. It rolls to center. So much better than everybody else. But problem is Coley has somebody behind him, which is Storm. As Hash has nobody now. Coley goes back down to the bottom. He's trying to grab Hash and bring him next to Storm so those two can get side by side and deal with each other. This has literally brought in the whole entire pack. Storm gonna make it 3 wide here. Gonna shove his nose in there. Gonna be 3 wide. Coley top, Storm middle, Hash bottom. Storm's gonna try to get clear of all 3 of them. Can't get clear of Coley though. I honestly have no idea who you want to be here. And maybe Coley because Coley has help, but Storm's gonna get help from Hash here inadvertently. Tristan's over there doing a Ross Chastain riding the wall. It's not going to work there, bud. Quick giving a shove to Coley. Storm will not be able to fall in line. Raymond shuts the door on him. You see Brandon making his way back up here. You saw earlier the car got tight and a little bit of contact there between, I think that was Hash and Boyles. Hash got tight, came up into him. You know, this is when nerves are through the roof. These guys are driving their hearts out, trying not to wreck. Quick, it's a big run. Quick has not been taking those runs. He's waiting for the perfect one. He's just waiting. He's setting them up. He's had so many runs that he just hasn't taken. I've noticed that multiple times. Coley, I think he needs to burn off. He's got to burn off that right rear, or that right front. Oh, no, he bobbles. Uh-oh. That might be the mistake that he made. That ends the race for him. He will go back to 3rd. Might have clipped the wall just a little bit, and that slowed him down just enough. Raymond looking to the bottom of Storm. Storm is going to be fighting for this lead. You do not want to be the leader here, though, possibly, because they are going to be all over you, trying to get around you, setting you up left and right. Like a blind Tinder date. You don't know what you're going to get. Storm looks like he's hooking better. He can get Raymond to shove him. He's going to get him up there. See what Raymond does. So, ooh, there goes somebody shooting down the track. That is Matthew. He down there. Thing about Michigan, though, you have a long runoff area. But if you hit that inside wall, you've done something special. Coley, he's trying to hold off the horde of zombies behind him. They all want this position of Storm, but do a crossover Storm. Storm has been pulling crossovers this whole race. But really towards the end of it. I have a feeling he's saving one. It's going to be a pretty aggressive one also. What's he doing? Oh, he's got it here. Oh, he lifts. Gets into Quick just a little bit. Puts him in the wall. Got ever so tight. Gets to the quarter panel of nose. They're about to go 3 wide. Balfon's on the bottom. What in the world is going on? Balfon's to the lead for a split second here. Not fully clear of Quick. Actually, he might be. Where in the world has Balfon's came from? Oh, they're going to split him 3 wide. Oh, gosh. Oh, they're trying to find a way around him. You see Quick is just looking. He's looking, trying to find something. These are almost all playoff drivers up here. They may go 3 wide here in a second. I think they're almost did. Storm goes up behind Balfon's. Quick goes down to the bottom of him. Just sails it off in that corner. He's going to sacrifice his exit, though. Actually, he really doesn't. Surprisingly gets it to turn. Storm up into Balfon's, down into Coley. guys are almost wrecking every single lap. 3 laps to go here. I don't know if they're going to make it to the end without somebody ending up on a stretcher. Good Lord, they're about to wreck each other. They got them 3 wide again. Brandon, Boyles, and Raymond on the bottom. See, Coley made that one mistake, and look where he's gone to now. He's gone back to 8th. If you're one of these guys... Oh, Raymond almost gets turned from Coley. If you're one of these guys... Who just shot down to the bottom? Got 3 wide again. Where in the world are these guys coming from? If you're quick, you do not want to see a caution. If you are Storm, you would rather that Balfon's actually play nice with you and decide to draft you, as he's going to have a big run. He's going to be boxed in, too. Not going to be able to go anywhere. There'll be 2 laps left. Storm, he's got to get a perfect draft. And he gets one right here coming down the front stretch. He's got to get this car to rotate. Put that brake bias to the back, my man. And let that rear end kick out, because you got to get that turn somehow. But if you nick the wall here at all, it kills your momentum so much. That's what Quick doesn't have to do. Is Storm's going to look to the inside here. Redemption for Storm, trying to make up for Darlington. He had it on the last corner of the last lap, and he gets tight there. Going to plow a little bit into Quick. That's going to give Boyles a run on the bottom. Boyles decides to go up behind Patterson, give him a shove. Surprisingly, not trying to take the leader quite just yet, as white flag is in the air one more time around here. I have no idea who's going to win. Brandon down to the bottom now. Oh my gosh, these guys are going everywhere. Storm's trying to block both lanes. Boyles up into Quick. Storm, he is going to be breaking up the draft in this backstretch. He's going to be going top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom. He's actually going to stay top. Surprisingly, has almost a 2/10 lead on Boyles. Boyles, one last shot here. Just going to sail it off in the corner. He gets turned from Quick. He saves it, though. Somehow doesn't wreck himself. He might actually come in a good position, but Storm... I know this is going to be redemption here for Darlington, and he will come home with the win here. These guys beating and banging off each other, as it looks like it will be Quick second. Brandon Pamitat third. They are wrecking behind. Somebody's in the grass. That is Coley, Boyles, and Raymond Rittenauer. That was an interesting last 8 laps. Oh, my gosh. Those guys went at it the whole time. Good Lord. That was insane, but okay. Watch Storm do his burnout here. What in the world did I just witness? That was a lot of action in a matter of like 10 minutes. There he goes. I knew what he was doing. He's trying to do the long burnout. Can't really do it. Probably got car's about to overheat if I had to guess. Doing a little bit of a celebration lap there. Alan Kowicki did this when he raced before he died in a crash going to Bristol Motor Speedway. Alan Kowicki was he's referred to as the last true owner driver. He owned the car that he drove and won a championship with it. Something that's pretty rare. I think only Tony Stewart's been able to do that since then. Tony Stewart Haas Motorsports, as they are pretty much non-existent now. Disappeared off the face of the earth. They'd be like, oh, Kevin Harvick ran second. Well, yeah, that's also the first second place in forever. He may be done here shortly. I want to give him his celebration time. I know he'll probably be happy. He's can't win Darlington, but can't go back to that. I know he's going to be mad at himself for it for a while. I'm going to pull into victory lane here. It's on the track at Michigan. We'll bring up the finishing order here. Bring the top 3 drivers also. We will drag him in here. Let me get these guys in the booth. Let me grab Brandon. Actually, I'm going to snatch in. There he is. Hey, Brandon, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
What's going on, man?
Man, so you come home third after that crazy finish. What was going through your head those last 10 laps, just seeing those guys duke it out there?
I hope we don't crash. Or I hope the leaders crash and somehow I prevail. It was some of the most intense racing I think we've had so far this season, as far as a pack that, wasn't a super speedway or Atlanta, really. It was really respectful. We were banging doors, but we were keeping it clean. It was really a who could get the run and who could send it harder. It was really, really cool to watch the guys in front duke it out for the lead. And, meanwhile, we're doing the same exact thing for 8th or 9th. It was really fun.
Yeah, and so how did the race go for you overall? Because you weren't really up front most of the time. You were kind of about mid-pack there for most of the race.
It sucked. I'll be honest with you. I feel like Chase Elliott right now at Darlington. I don't know what I did, but I finished third. The first 2 stages, I could not pass anyone. I was stuck in like a bubble, felt like, in a super speedway. I was getting runs, but I just couldn't get around anyone, and really messed with us. Track position was huge here. I found out in the final stage, so not qualifying really messed up the flow of the first 2 stages. Somehow we got out within the top 10 in the final stage, and those guys had so much better momentum compared to the rear of the field. So it was really, like I said, like a track position game. Once you get there, you all got fresh tires. You all are pushing as hard as you can in those last 15 laps or whatever it was. Yeah, the track position was huge, and we were just able to capitalize on it.
And, so how heavy was the aero here at Michigan? Because I think it was Brandon and Tristan both take off in the same exact spot because they got so tight from the air. How much of a factor did that play here, drafting wise and like position wise?
It was 99% of the race. The draft here, the runs that you get were so huge. It was like a freight train. If you move out of that train and you don't have someone behind you or in front of you, you are getting thrown to the rear. It happened to me a bunch of times. Happened to everyone else a bunch of times. The draft played a huge factor in terms of speed and momentum and things like that. And even you mentioned earlier in the out of the corners, if we were all single file like that freight train, you pretty much run exactly how the guy in front of you is running. There was one lap where the top 6 or 7 all ran the same line, single file, and we all got tight and smacked the wall. I guess we were all somehow lucky to not break any toe links on that, because it was literally 1st through 7th smack the wall. But like I said, it was the main factor of tonight's race.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, I want to start off by congratulating Storm. Huge win for him after a tough, few weeks. Darlington, he definitely should have got that one. I'm just really proud of him for capitalizing on this race. He was out there up front all night, so it's really cool to see him win. I want to thank you for the broadcast every week, and I want to thank this league right now. The top guys that we were battling with there at the end, that was really respectful, really cool. I was talking to the guys before the interview, and so some of the most fun we've ever had at a combo like this. And I want to thank Goose Graphics for making this paint scheme, the 48 Ally Camaro, and I want to thank my dad for always watching and supporting.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good 3rd place finish tonight, man. Hopefully, I see you get a win here soon.
I hope so. I don't believe we made the next round of the playoffs. We were 16 points out, but you never know with some of the ways some of these guys finished. But I really think with no stage points, not being able to capitalize on the win there, we lucked out and are not moving on to the next round.
Well, good job tonight. Anyway, I will let you go. But even though you may have missed, you still did pretty good, man.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much, and have a good night.
That was Brandon Pamitat, the 3rd place driver. Bringing the 2nd place driver, need to send somebody a link here very quickly. So we'll bring in the 2nd place driver. I'm looking at this upgrade. Basically what I'm going to do is pretty much what this PC is going to end up being. Is I'm going to go with a i9 13900, 24 cores, and go to a 4090 Ti. That will give you all like stupid quality. So yeah, this PC is gonna be a freaking monster. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Real interesting, but we will bring in the 2nd place driver in Matt Quick here. Where is he at? There he is. Look right over him. Hey, Matt, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yeah, I got you.
And so you fall just a little bit short there. What do you think you needed there at the end of the race?
Probably more tires. I was on 2 that last round. I just decided to send it, and I'm thankful I stayed up there as long as I did, because it was kind of a suicide mission. And I got 2nd again. That's cool. But damn, it hurts still.
Yes, the 2nd place, you're always like, man, if I was right there.
I have 1 win in Premier, but I think that's my 12th 2nd place finish in Premier. And I think it's like my 3rd one to Storm. But it was a good, fun race. I mean, it really was. Like, I was really just trying to put myself in position. 1st and 2nd stage was learning how to live and die by the train. Oh my gosh, it's so frustrating. Like, you get a run, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna pass this guy, and you just kind of get strung out, and then everybody just zooms by over the top, over your right side, and you lose 2 spots. And then you're like, oh, I want to pass this guy, and then you lose 2 more spots, and you just get so frustrated. So starting the 3rd stage, I was like, screw this, screw everybody. I'm gonna I decided to chill brake starting that stage instead of just running the gas the entire time like everybody else. Because I hate not being able to control my car on the train because you just start pushing because you use up so much tire. So I backed off a lot, and after like 11, 12 laps, I was running according to my stuff. I was the fastest car on the track, and I was going to start picking them off one by one and still be able to turn and stuff like that. And then that caution came out, so I was like, well, what do I do? I think I was like in 15th or 14th or some baloney like that. And so I decided to take 2 tires and got me out third. And I was playing around with my teammate Coley and Ray and Kevin, and got Coley past Storm for the lead. And all of a sudden he hit it all out of 2. I gained the lead, and then Storm and I were just playing fuck games with each other, just leaning on each other and crap like that. And I was just hanging on for dear life, and then Adam Boyles pushed Storm past me going into the last lap there. So I was like, well, dang it. And then we almost collided in 1 and 2. So I popped behind him. I was getting a run. So I was like, I want to pull a Kyle Larson. I'm just going to freaking send it into 3, see if I can cut him off and kind of go from there and not necessarily kill him. Because here you can kind of leaning on each other, unlike unlike Darlington. Darlington, you lean on somebody, you die because the wall was just right there. But here you're able to kind of control your car just a little bit with a little bit of brake and gas. And, well, Boyle saw the exact same crap that I did because he didn't know I was there doing the exact same thing on him and Storm. So I got Adam sideways, and I'm just thinking about the next round of the playoffs. So I'm worried about the guys that were 9th through 16th winning that race because I knew I was safe by points. But if Pamatat, Gale, Balfans, any of those guys won, I would have been knocked out in the next round. So I was kind of playing some math there, and I saw Storm was pretty much going to have it. I let go of Boyles. It looked like he kind of corrected it, and I was able to finish second. And thank God we didn't have a new winner, or I would have been knocked out.
That was definitely a crazy last 10 laps. I was like, what in the world is going on? Because somebody got the lead, somebody else did it, and I was like, what in the world is happening there? But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Well, I just want to thank my teammates, Ray Rittenhauer, Rick and Kevin Hash, and Josh Cully, and Larry Yingling, man. Yingling Cup of Monday nights. It's all about practice, and I learned a lot last night. 2 tires work, and I was worried about not working in the whole pack, but it worked today. Got me second, and yeah, I learned how to lean on people, and we didn't die, so it's good.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good second place finish tonight, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Was Matt Quick the second place driver, as we saw, whatever you want to call that, at the very end? Don't know exactly what you would call that. That was pretty freaking insane, that's for sure. They were going back and forth basically the whole entire freaking time. Oh my gosh. I don't understand what some things I see. But we will bring in the race winner in Storm Patterson. He's probably going to be pretty happy too. Hey Storm, this is Bryce in the booth. Got a copy, man?
Hey, buddy.
And so you come in with the win here. You know, what was going through your head those last 10 laps? Because that was basically somebody had the lead 1 second and somebody else had it the next second. That was just ridiculous.
You want me to be completely honest? I don't think I had a damn thought going through my head on that last little segment. I was just driving hard, very, very hard. I think there was one point I even started yelling like a senile old man, which was interesting for my teammates to hear. But yeah, no, that was intense. I just the whole memo of that last 10 laps was just drive your butt off. Put your cars in places it shouldn't be. It's basically what that whole last 10 laps felt like. But damn, that was fun, dude.
I was gonna say, because I saw that. No, that was. I kept saying something that's like, well, somebody had the lead here, somebody has the lead now, and I was like, what happened there? But no, I think that was. I mean, you said you really didn't think. I think that was kind of the thing. Like when you're driving in real life, you're like, oh wait, I'm actually driving. And like you kind of wake up, you're like, wait, what just happened there? That's probably what you had. You're like, I didn't even realize I was racing anymore. You're just going through the whole pack. You're like, whatever happens, just happens with me. So that was.
I felt like I was driving. at like 10 p.m. and I wake up at an intersection. I'm like, wow, I'm driving. No, I think it's just one of those things where you get so competitive and like you're at a cloud nine type of like feeling where you don't really like think at all. You just kind of like you just drive. Honestly, is what it's like. You just go out there, drive. At least for me, I'm not sure if other people experience the same thing, but it's kind of like a weird tunnel vision thing. But yeah, no, it was a ton of fun tonight. It was just definitely it felt like a driver's track tonight for sure, but a drafting driver's track is weird.
I was gonna say no. So how much of a factor was the draft here? Because it seems like it was a pretty freaking big one. And I've raced, a Michigan before, but how heavy is it now draft wise?
Oh, it was everything. Honestly, if you if you lost a draft for a bit, you had to try like hell to get back up there, and eventually, when you did, you would get sucked back. And yeah, it was definitely just playing with the air, doing everything right, timing your runs. It was really hard to pass on the bottom. You kind of had to work it out perfectly, and if you didn't, you lost a few spots. Like there's a few times where I tried to pass Coley, and I would fall back 2 or 3 spots and hope to try to get back up top, just because the side draft is so important. And yeah, no, the draft definitely matters a lot here. Yeah, it's like a super speedway, but you need to lift. So like, and there was a lot of tire saving tonight. I don't know. This was by far the most fun Michigan race I've ever been a part of. Just hauling butt down about 200 mile an hour into the corners is real fun.
Definitely is. You have the sense of I'm about to die, and also the sense of this is really cool at the same time. And I think that's what people really strive towards. It's the feeling of I'm about to kill myself, or I'm about to do something really, really cool. But how does that make you feel knowing that kind of made well, you're gonna get mad. It kind of made up for that Darlington win. I mean, no, you can't take that back. How does that make you feel knowing that you somewhat tried to redeem yourself there?
Oh, everything, dude. I lost a lot of confidence after that. Last week too at Indy, I just had no pace, and even Martinsville last night, it just felt really, I don't know, I just felt very sluggish. Not very good. But yeah, no, it definitely means everything. And Darlington is just one of those things that's always gonna sting, especially how I lost that one. So hopefully next year we can come back at Southern 250 and win it. But yeah, it feels great, man. It feels phenomenal. I was kind of, it was hard to put it in words at whenever I crossed the line. I think I yelled, "Put some respect on my name," but then I wasn't quite sure how that was applicable to everything. And even Brandon pointed that out. He was like, "Why did you say that?" I was like, I don't know. it just felt good to say in the moment.
Yeah, you're just like, I don't even know why I said that, but heck, spur of the moment, you might as well just be pumped up with yourself. I mean, that was definitely
Hell, I think I might lose my voice tomorrow. I was yelling so loud. I think that's the most hype I've ever been. Like I said, especially after Darlington, I think it was just the most hype I've ever been after a win.
It definitely was insane. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, for sure. Ott Company on the car, everyone at JCOM, Palshay.com, North Stream, the Gutter team, just everyone that is partners with this league. You for broadcasting, of course. Like I said again, sorry putting this on. Yeah, just looking forward to the next round. Hopefully, everything will work out here. I'm gonna be in Charlotte, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to work out for the playoffs. I'm probably gonna have to get on one of my friends' rigs up there, and hopefully we can be a contender here, and hopefully not being home won't affect it too bad. But yeah, man, just appreciate everyone for being supportive, and yeah, Brandon for Clear Series for, like I said, just always being that voice on my shoulder for most of these races whenever I get messed up. So yeah.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good win tonight. Go celebrate that, man.
Thank you, brother. I will. I'll party hard tonight.
That was Storm Patterson, the race winner. He had a very hard-fought win there at the end. I did not know what in the world was happening there because everybody was basically all over each other. It was crazy. That's the only words I can really say for that. I don't know what happened half the time. But I will go over the finishing order here now. So Storm Patterson, he comes home with the win here after an insane finish. Matt Quick falls just a little bit short in second place. Brandon Pamitat felt like Chase Elliott somehow came home third. Brandon Klusterhuis 4th, 5th Christopher Gale, 6th Raymond Rittenauer, 7th George Buffons Jr., 8th Adam Boyles, 9th Sawyer Ott, 10th Kevin Hash, 11th Josh Coley, 12th Daniel Half, 13th Matthew Klusterhuis, 14th Manning Gregory, 15th Brian Wortman, 16th Kelvin Mercer, 17th Alex Little, 18th Treston Ott, 19th Paul Majivka, 20th Dave Matson, 21st Landon Polinsky, 22nd Matt Cherry, Dylan Hales race controls. He does not count. That overall is a insane race. That was a crazy finish. Everybody was on top of each other. They didn't stop being on top of each other either. That was definitely a very good finish for sure. But I'm not going to keep you all any longer. I will roll this final animation, and I will let you all go.
I was saying, man, it was